Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2019 Stage Racer episode number 57. We are on to stage 2 of the Vuelta San Juan International. Stage 1 was just a sprint stage, which actually our teammate Fabio Jakobsen took the win on. And that already is a massive sign. Okay, I'm going to look at this just briefly here. Season's just getting started. It's the end of January, okay? But here's the thing. Last season, okay, fine, don't show it that way. Here we go. Last season, I had, a dozen victories over the course of the season. The team, CCC, had a dozen victories over the course of the season. Meaning, the entire year went by, and I was the only rider on the team who had a victory. So, second race of the year, one stage in, and a teammate has claimed a victory. Might not be a major race. Sorry, I'm coming off of a cold. My voice is a little bit hit and miss right now. That's what happens when you own a daycare and, at the same time, coach middle school sports. Put that all together and, you get sick from time to time. Anyway, you put this together, and it's a real step in the right direction, right? A whole team with literally zero team support 98% of the time. The 2%, we saw how big of a difference it would and could make. And then I moved to a new team, Mitchelton Scott. Not as strong as they were before I signed with them. We lost 4-5 key riders that would have been massive for my hopes, and they were all gone before I was signed. So I knew that when I signed, but it was the only offer I had at the time. I really had no choice because I had not opted to re-sign with CCC. That contract offer had expired. Nothing else was coming. It did exist at the time that I had picked Mitchelton Scott as my target team, as the team that I wanted to get to. But as time went on, that was that. It just didn't happen. Okay. We ended up here anyway. I have concerns, I have worries that this season's going to very much be similar to last season, but maybe slightly better. Well, here's where that slightly better, I think, is already confirming itself. One,
so everybody should find a section to their pleasing. Riding under such heat must be unbearable.
I've already got 2 wins for the year. Wollonga Hill, Santos Tour Down Under, and the overall for the Santos Tour Down Under. So here we are entering our second race of the year, and apparently I'm the favorite. And the media actually supports that, not just the team telling me that I'm the favorite, because CCC did that all the time, and then gave me absolute junk for riders in support. Now here's the downside for this one. Team tells me I should win, and they give me Janssens, which, okay, Janssens, decent rider. But how am I supposed to win with literally one rider? I did not look. I would imagine that some of there's more teammates out there. But Jakobsen gets the points and the GC for now, and so he's actually picking up more riders than I am. You would think it would be a little more balanced if he had 2 and I had 2, but okay, fine. We will make do. I'm going to go ahead and skip forward in time. We've got one climb right at the end of the stage. Starts with a bit of a false climb before truly going up in the final kilometers, but it looks like a pretty decent climb. I mean, we're looking at 4 to 5K plus the 3 or so prior to that, 3 or 4 prior to that where you're definitely going upward.
Uh-oh, the gap is widening. It's now more than 2 minutes.
The longer it is, the more it favors me. Still sitting on a -1 race day condition, which happened for every single stage down in Australia, but that was heat related. This time, I have no idea. My fitness is at 94%. It's not perfect yet, but at 94%, I should be sitting on a 0. And I should just about be ready to pick up bonuses, but we haven't quite done that. So we end up with a -1. It only hurts me for the stamina resistance both being dropped by 1. It's not major. But like I said, let's skip forward to the end of the stage. There's a breakaway of 5 riders, and it looks like they've been given 3 minutes of leeway. My team, and my one rider who's supposed to be supporting me, is the one at the front to try to chase them back, meaning I actually don't have anyone to protect me. Not a great showing for the team so far, but like I said, a little bit of improvement goes a long way, as we've already claimed 2 victories on the season, as a teammate has already claimed a victory. We could definitely see some things could go a bit better for us this year than last. Final 14 kilometers, the breakaway has been caught. We head towards the climb. We're just about ready to begin going uphill, though of course it gets more severe as we go up. The first part of the climb, I have no interest in attacking that one, but I would certainly like to be near the front, and I'm a little too far back now. There's a lot of riders that are starting to squeeze their way up. How to play this one, oh, come on, I just lost Janssens at the last freaking moment. I just lost Janssens, and now I get Smith. At least he is here. I need to get him going forward, I guess. Let's see what we can do to pull him ahead. This is enough. 78. There you go. Come on out. Come on out. Yes, yes, come on. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Here we go. 6.8K to go. That's Smith to the front, but he's got a gradual pace for now. We'll speed it up as time goes on. The real climbing just about to take place, and we see an acceleration by Boaro and Stam.
The finish line is getting close.
And there we go. Smith accelerates a little bit more. And he's not hurting me. So as long as I can keep up with his pace, I want him to push the pace a little bit more, because it's Fellini now trying to attack. Got to keep up with that. Okay, 3.5K to go. We're going to use our gel here in a moment. There we go. Now we could back off a little bit again, make him last a little longer. Still 2.5K to go. Okay, now he's out of red bars, so we need to use up whatever he's got. Here comes the mass acceleration with 2.2K to go. Trying to give myself another 100 meters or so. There we go. Okay, down to 2K. I have the ability to outride these guys. Alright, here we go. Acceleration is on. We're up to full hill speed now.
And there goes the mad burst for the final sprint.
And sprint it out for the final 400. Come on. No time gaps, but this will be a victory. Already number 3 on the year. And perfectly timed red bar ran out right before the finish. There it is. Balcamalama takes second. Reyes, Bilbao, Barrier, Demoulin is there in 6th. Frele, Van Barl, Polenk, and Kreuziger. Even Mahorich is there in 12th. McRoche, 15th. There's some better riders out there than I thought. Vincenzo Nibali down in 19th. But already, we claim our third victory on the season in just our second race. So we hit a quarter of the total for last season already. And that's what I was talking about. Just a little bit of team sport. I had one rider with me. One. But last season, no matter who I used, they just never lasted more than a few seconds. This time, I get enough. He gets me in a good position, a strong position. He bought me a few hundred meters more, set me back a little bit, but I waited till the right time. Final 2K to go. I had dropped down a little bit by that point, but in the final 2K, I had enough energy and enough pace to get ahead of the bunch and then outsprint them to the end. That's going to put me on top of the GC, 4 seconds ahead of Malama and Reyes, 6 seconds down as the second and third place finishers, and then we're down to a group of 17 riders that did not lose time. Jakobsen is now at a minute 18 behind. His group was a minute 30 down, so they were the third group on the road. That'll give me GC standings from the team now. Jakobsen still leads points classification by 4 points over myself. I've got the KOM at the moment and the under 25s. Always sad how you win, and because it was expected, it's always like, yeah, okay, fine. The only reason why I got 20 points is all of this. Still 30 kilometers to go here on stage number 4. Stage 3 was another sprint stage. Halverson won it with Jakobsen second. Jakobsen still has enough points for the Jersey lead, but only just. I have complete control over the team today as the GC leader. And we've got one big climb coming again. Definitely a bigger climb than that last one, so it will not be a small, or it will not be a relatively large group finish the way the other one was, though I am still the favorite for the day. Now, a moment ago I had everybody where I wanted them, and I'd actually like to keep it that way, so it's still 23k out, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. Jakobsen is the one I want first because I want him to go across the line and pick up the 6 points here. So his job is going to be to stay there. But let's see who is the strongest climber. Okay, Haga. That's not saying much. 69.74 for Smith, yeah. I think by that point we're going to be going pretty fast, so Impey and then Janssens, and so Jakobsen first. And so for now he's just going to continue to relay, and we're going to up the pace, but not too much. We're just going to make sure we hold out front. And that seems to be fast enough to stay there, except that it's kind of bottling me up a little bit, but that's okay. Don't want to burn too much energy. I mean, it's still 20 kilometers to go, so this is a long ways to have the team putting in this effort. Okay, these guys are coming forward because they want the points. So, Jakobsen, speed up. We might have to have him sprint. Yeah, here they go again. Okay, Van Poppel, who was third overall. Jakobsen does pick up 6 points. And drop back down to relay pace. Oh, that just broke everybody. At least they held the same order. Alright, so we return to calmness. Jakobsen gets the 6 points. So we helped him out with that process. And you can see he's now... Ooh, Dumoulin falls. Oh, this could be a massive... This could be massive. Jakobsen, pick up the pace a little, would you? Now, that little effort actually did some damage to us, and I'm sure it did damage throughout the field a bit. And there were 39 riders off the back. Is Dumoulin still off the back? He is. He's 2 minutes behind. Fellini is behind. That's a lot of riders that are off the pace. Jakobsen's red bar is gone, so give me whatever you got left. And we'll start moving forward as a team here in a moment. 10K to go. Really? Janssens? Come on now. There you go. We'll go 90, split his mountain and hill rating, and make sure that it does not do any damage to me. It does not. Got Daryl Impey in the South African national champion jersey behind him. It's 9 kilometers left to go. Here is the climb. We're in the second steepest section right now, and we're going over it pretty quick. Impey, though, we're going to have to trade off and let Impey have his turn here in just a moment. I'm going to let Janssens get down to about 20% and then switch off. So he's going to go second wheel, and then Impey is going to go first for a moment. It didn't do much, but at least it was something. Now we can go back to Janssens. And we're coming through that steepest section. Peloton, for the moment, trying to get back together. We've got some yo-yoing on the back end. If Dumoulin's there, he's got a lot of distance to cover. We just went through the flattest section before we go kind of into phase 2. And Janssens now running out. So I've got 3 riders left. At the moment, just 29 in the Peloton. We're entering phase 2. This one's not as steep. Final section is for me. So I need Smith and Chad Haga to get through these next 2 sections. So I don't want to go too fast. Let's try an 88 with Smith. Oh, here we go. Here comes an attack. Mollema, Pinot, Barrier. Smith, up the tempo. Cover this down. Come on, a little faster, Smith. A little bit faster. Now just 16. Now just 15. Now 13 riders. You're breaking Haga and yourself. So let's try to just stay in the group now. Can you do that? Okay, Pinot is trying to continue his attack. I think we're going to have to go solo a lot sooner than I was hoping for. Go ahead, give you your last acceleration. Okay, there he goes. Haga has just the tiniest left. And I guess we're going to have to use our gel here. Haga, give me that little acceleration. Good, he does. And I got my 2 guys. They're 3rd and 4th out there. So they've done well. They've done their job. Unfortunately, the attack by Pinot and Mollema is going to force me to go a lot sooner than I wanted. But we're not going to go crazy here. We're going to go about the speed. Just put the hurting on the guys behind us. Already there. I just broke everyone else. We go right up on Mollema. I'm going to ride right on past him. And he's holding the pace for now, but he's just holding on. We've got to catch Pinot. Gel time. We're coming up on that steepest section. We've almost caught him. Once I do catch him, then we'll sit on his wheel. We leave Malama behind. Okay, and we catch him. So now we force Pino to go.
Acceleration by Pino.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
Boy, he's looking strong today, isn't he? There's the gel finally. 900 meters. Just the two of us. We're a minute 7 clear of 3 chasers. And he does not have enough pace to leave me behind. So we'll be able to overtake him right at the end. 200 meters. Go, 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 go. And sprint. And we leave him behind. There we go. A second victory. We did enough to catch Pino and then forced him to take us to the top. We take the stage as a result. Kreuziger 3rd, Malama 4th, Bilbao 5th. De Moulin recovers to 6th, Barriere 7th, Poulenc 8th, Van Barle. Big gaps here. It's already 3.5 minutes. Davies, Reyes, and Stephen Williams, the emerging young British talent. Oh, excuse me. Mohoric 15th. Chad Haga, nice ride there for 16th. Ede. Smith took 18th. So we got 2 other riders into the top 20. So that's a good team result as well.
Now for the race highlights.
But there you go. Pino just had nothing left at the end, so we were actually able to even gain some time on him. That's a good ride. 19 seconds clear. Wow, minute 40 to the next group, 2:32. Boy, oh boy, now we're looking good. That gives us a minute 11 gap over Pino, who is 2nd overall. Malama almost 2 minutes behind. Kreuziger a couple seconds further back. Bilbao also at the 2-minute mark. And De Moulin is now 3 minutes down in 6th. Points classification, it's still Jakobsen on top, and we are 5 seconds behind him. And we have a 12-point lead in the KOM, a 3-minute lead in the under-25s, and in the teams classification, wow, I have not seen this in a while, we have the lead. Same result as 2 stages ago, so same points total, 21 added, and we're now just 68 away. We're about to hit the turn of the month as well, and if we hold our lead overall, we'll definitely see a level up. However, we do not get attributes again until 25, so it's just a skill point coming up. But progress is progress. I think there's a time trial in this race. I need to look at the profile again. There you go. There's the turn of the month, just 3 points shy now. One of my favorites, the Tour of Oman, is next, and here comes said time trial, 17.5 kilometers. We do have one more climbing stage before a sprint finish, and that's a big old climb. That is 17 kilometers. So this race is not over yet. That climb could really separate some times. I mean, yes, I should be there. Doesn't mean I will be. So 2 more to go on this. And off we go. On to the time trial. It's just 17 kilometers in length. It's pretty short. We get a slight uphill right now. We saw 2 degrees there a moment ago. Sector 1 is the steepest, and it never seems to go above 2 degrees, but it still has an impact where you should be slightly negative. There's more downhill at the end of Sector 2 into Sector 3, but it's not cruise control downhill. It's still pedaling downhill, so it's only going to involve a little bit of recovery. So I do have a little bit of a deficit right now, but a little deficit is, I think, what is necessary. 5 seconds off the pace.
if he's gauged his effort
Kung,
well.
Dumoulin, who are the favorites. I'm the third favorite, so I'm right where I should be at this point in time. Dumoulin has moved clear of Kung by 1 second, and the gap has opened behind them. My objective today is top 3. We're just about level now, and we're still pretty good on that energy with 10k to go. I have a +1 race day condition for the first time this season. It's given me a time trial of 81. Prologue is a factor, though. It's a 77, so it's a bit of a mix. I'm about a 79 average between the two today. And resistance also at a 79, so that's where we ride. So now we're going to hit that downhill section, and I'm nearly level, which means I might have a little bit left to push at the end. Still third place, but very close. I only lost 2 seconds this time instead of 5 that I lost earlier. And it's very, very tight. You can see the big gap opening to the end there. So, and yes, I do. I have extra energy to spare. Let's start pushing. Let's try an 82 towards the end. Can we accelerate? Can we make up those 7 seconds and claim another victory? Team objective was just a top 3. We definitely seem to have that in the bag now, and I think we've timed this really well. Come on, 99, 99. Yes! Look at that, just over Stefan Kung. 1 second on the count bag, 2 seconds to Dumoulin. We have done it, and that is 3 victories in just 5 stages here. And 5 victories already in just 2 races on the season. It's not yet guaranteed. We still have 1 more stage to maneuver, but we're 2:08 clear of Pinot, 3, or just about, clear of Bilbao and Dumoulin and Mollema, 3.5 to Kreuziger, 1 climbing stage to go. It's looking pretty good that we could claim another victory, this time with the overall, which would give us 4 in this race, technically, and 6 on the year if we managed to do that. That would be half of our total from last season, just 2 races into the year. Now, this is not a high-profile race. It's not massive points. But the last one was a World Tour race, so we are clearly showing that we're in good form to start the year. And there you go. There is our level up. So we're going to hit level 24 now. Only a skill point, but level 25 is where we get back into attributes. So it's only February, but it could be a while before we see another level up, potentially. If that's the case, we need to be prepared for the future. So does that mean we want more contacts of interest? The willpower, I never get the opportunity to use them. Influence might not even take effect until next year. Possibly the way that one works. I don't know. I do like the find information, but we know a lot of the writers now, don't we? So there's not a lot left in there. And of course, there's still stealth, but I do think it's time to make sure we get into whatever team we want to be in for next year. Things have gone well so far with Mitchelton Scott, but with all of those top climbers gone, we might be doing well now, but this is not Grand Tour territory yet. At the Grand Tours, we're going to be in all 3 of them this year. Things could be a bit challenging still for those Grand Tours. So I'm still not convinced that we're with the right team. If the Yates brothers were both here, if you still had Chavez and other guys around us that were strong climbers, if you still had those half a dozen GC-centered team that's always there or thereabouts among the top contenders, not quite there, but always close. I mean, remember, what was it, Simon led the Giro until his collapse on the same stage, which, what was that, 2 years ago with Chris Froome? That was 2 years ago now, right? Well, I suppose it's only slightly over a year, but 2 Giros ago. So roughly a year and a half, when Chris Froome made his amazing ride after he had lost time earlier in the race, and ended up winning the Giro because of that phenomenal stage 19 where he went, what was it? Not even the penultimate climb. It was the climb before the penultimate climb. And then he had 2 more climbs to go up and over. And, oh, what a ride that was. That is, to me, that is still one of the greatest rides of the modern era. And meanwhile, Yates just hit the wall and lost a ton of time. Not just losing the lead to Froome, but losing his podium place to everyone else, to the field. Okay, one more big climbing stage to go, and is this the biggest one of the 3? I think it might be. That last climb was pretty big, though. This one does appear to be a bit bigger. I like that. Oh, I also like this. Looky. If we win this stage, we will take all 4 classifications. It's my teammate, Jakobsen, who is now second in the points classification. He won't pick up points today. I mean, he might grab 6 here, and I'm okay with that. If I don't win it, it would be nice if he does. Of course, there's one more sprint stage to go, so he's got a chance to pick up points and cover things down. I'm not sure how big the gap is until we get out there, but let's go ahead and skip forward to the final climb. 30k to go, still a little ways to the climb, so quick update. First off, let's take a look at our closest competitor. So Dumoulin, -1 race day condition, though he's looking very fresh right now, prior to the climb. Barrier, a -3 race day condition. So he might be a top climber, but he is not looking good for today. Mollema, 0 race day condition, but only a 77 as a climber. The one we need to watch out for is Pinot, who has... Oh, hello, climb. We're on to the climb. Pinot has a +1 to his race day condition, and is the one sitting in second place overall. Meanwhile, for myself... I'm in position near the front, but where is my team support? Come on, guys. I need to start bringing them up through the field, it looks like. Let's go ahead and bring that normal. There we go. And MP is supposed to be providing support. We got Haga there. I don't want Haga going first. I want... Let's see. Jakobsen's not going to do anything. Let him be. But Haga could provide some support. Why don't you follow Impy? We're going to have Impy come forward. Haga follow. And then, let's see, Smith, follow Haga. And let's see, Janssens follow Smith. And then that's good. And I'm just kind of sitting on at the front. They're 9 riders away. They've got a pretty good gap. Could take away a stage victory today, but their time is definitely coming down right now. I might be at the front, but I'm not racing the front. However, it might be in real life. It's not the same here in game. We want Impy slowly bringing it forward. This is good. I want Impy to go a little bit harder. Now, until I latch on, I can't get him to just go effort. He has to use relay. Right now, he's not able to get through the pace of Bystrom and De Vries. There we go. He's past De Vries now. And he's finally starting to move to the front. There we go. There's Haga. Now, I want to get behind Haga, but Impy's almost out of energy, so we need to get this thing switched up. Janssen's looking the weakest, but he's at the back. Can you get up here? Janssen's. Come on now. I want to get in line behind Haga. And I want Smith up here, and then we're going to put Jansen's on relay. And you're going to go full 90 because otherwise Impy's going to drop back and, yeah, we lose too much ground too fast. Jansen's, there you go. Good job, good job. Now you can go like an 87 for the last little bit here. 7.3k. So we're already starting to get down there. Jakobsen's already been dropped. Impy's going backwards. Smith's going to take his turn. And I think we'll stick with an 87. Hage's a little tired.
Only a few riders are capable of following the very fast pace up front. The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
Drop down a bit. Slow down. Oh. I caught it. I see what's going on here. Follow. Yeah, Hage's getting dropped. So, gotta follow Smith. And here comes the acceleration, and it is Pinot, and he is the one to watch. So we need to follow the attack. Okay, so that just split the whole field, and the only one who went with us was Polank, so we actually left the other top competitors behind, and now he's been dropped. No, follow. Oh, come on. Can I take position here? Are you gonna... Nope, you're not moving. I hate how it does that. It just doesn't work. See, now you won't even follow attack. And see, just like that, we lose the wheel. It's really frustrating how that works sometimes as you catch breakaways like that. There's still a few riders ahead, but now we're wasting energy to try to catch him ourselves. And we've nearly done so. Viermos, Arslanov, and Sakanti. And there you go. We are back up to him, and we're going to just hold his wheel. 3k to go, and we're nearly out of energy. This is a little worrying because this is where those huge time caps can come. So we are definitely just going to sit on for a while. And we're at the front, but we are out of energy. And there he goes. We need to just go our pace. And you can see already he's got 24, 27 seconds, 30 seconds. Oh, Dumoulin. Whoa, dude, where are you coming from? Woo, everybody. Reach for the sky. We are 48 seconds behind, 52 seconds behind. We have a 2-minute gap, 1k to go. We've got to just kind of go whatever our pace is. There's no sneaking. There's nothing aero that we can do here. Hopefully we just do not lose 2 minutes. We're 1 minute and 7 seconds behind, 500 meters, and at 12. Okay, we'll be okay. Pinot strong today. You know, by the way, before I cross the finish line, my -1 race day condition, here's what I should have had. The weather's hot, that's a -1. My fitness level, a 96, is a +1. A soft +1. But that should have countered because it's a soft -1 on the weather. Because it's not that hot. It's not the hot. But my GC position is like a healthy +1. Because I'm in the lead overall, I'm supposed to have a +1 condition. My expected race day condition was a +1. We ended up with a -1. And it was Pinot who ended up with the +1 and went off and won the stage as a result. Dumoulin second. And really, what did it for him was the second getaway where we hit that breakaway group, where I was right on his wheel as we caught them, and I'm doing just fine, just riding with him, forcing him to go off and take the challenge. But we hit that breakaway group, and all of a sudden he's 5 wheels ahead of me the moment we reached the group. And then I had to chase. And I caught him, but I used my energy to do so. And then he went off and rode away again. So that mechanic within the game just drives me nuts how that happens every time. You follow attack and you cover it perfectly, but then things just don't pan out. And, it's okay. It's a really good game, but it's something that's been like that for many, many years. And you figure at some point, that's something a developer needs to address. Like, known things that have been like that for a freaking decade. At some point, somebody in that office has to sit down and work on those things. Anyway, still a good result. We get third on the stage, but we get the overall race victory as a result. Pinot definitely takes some time back. Dumoulin takes some time back, but not enough to take the jersey off our shoulders. Viermos, from the breakaway, manages to go 5th. Arslanov 6th. But Mollema comes in 4th, so the top 4 overall take a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here are the race highlights.
And we finish a minute 13 behind. But that's a 49-second victory. Dumoulin 2:07 down. Mollema keeps 4th. Bilbao, Kreuziger, Berrier, Polanc. Arslanov moves into 9th. Reyes 10th. Viermo's 11th. There's Stephen Williams, who, let's see, how good of a climber is he? A 77 at 25 years of age. Nibali, 22nd, 11.5 minutes behind. That is a different place for him to be. I still have the points lead by nearly 30. That should be enough. Even though I did not win the stage, I should have the points classification. I will definitely have the KOM and the under 25s. We dropped to 2nd as a team, but still, that is so much better. Remember, CCC was always right near the bottom. Poor evaluation for the stage, but we still pick up 18 points, and that's what I was saying before. When we won, we got 21. We take 3rd and do poorly, we still get 18. This is where the points were coming from. Final 6 kilometers, just seeing my way to the end of the race. The breakaway still has a lead. It's only 25 seconds, but with only 6K to go, it's going to be really iffy on whether we can actually catch them here at the end. I think they probably will be. It's a small enough gap, but maybe not. 22 seconds now, 3.5K to go. There they are, and here we go. 3K now. Last little bit of climbing of the day. It's now an 8-second gap. 2K to go. And B for the lead out. It B sprint. And my own little sprint to see the end. And there we go. We catch the breakaway. And here I am in a really good position. Jakobsen, just behind Halverson. Halverson takes the win for Ineos. Jakobsen just barely second. And I end up with a solid 6th place finish myself, right behind Edvald Bosenhat. Not bad. Not bad. Good job by MB, though, to get me in a very strong position, and we complete the victory for the race win. And the only reason for not quick simming that stage is to get the points at the end. So here we are. What will we get? What will we claim? We'll find out in just a second. That was definitely enough to keep the points classification, by the way. So 6th on the stage. I get the win overall. I get the points classification. Jakobsen back up into 2nd above Halverson, who takes 3rd. I win the KOM and the under 25s. We get 2nd as a team. That's going to be worth a good chunk of Super Prestige points. We get 78 points for the final classification, winning all 4 of them. That's why I went ahead and finished the final stage. Let's see what that did for us Super Prestige-wise as well. Individually, we are 1st in the World Tour with the victory in the only World Tour race. But in the Super Prestige, we are 1st as well at the moment with 548 points. Very nice start to the season with 2 wins from 2 races. And in terms of total victories, that is 6 twice what anyone else has done. Egan Bernal with 3 victories here in the latest race. He's off racing somewhere else, collecting those victories. But yeah, 548. What a start to the season. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Be sure to hit that like button for another successful start to the season race. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.